Welcome back to Pitt to the Point. If you're a regular here, you already know David and I have both tried our hand at theater, and we've already had our own moments in the spotlight.
But neither of us have ever rose to the heights of this shining Broadway star, the legendary Gay Willis of Phantom of the Opera. Or at least not yet. She's here with our entertainment reporter, Lindsay Beck. Take it away, Lindsay.
Thanks, David and Allie. As a musical theater fanatic myself, I was shocked to hear that Broadway's longest-running show, The Phantom of the Opera, officially closed their 35-year run this past Sunday, April 16th. And just what a momentous day for the musical theater industry. Today, we have a very, very special guest joining us, award-winning soprano, Gay Willis. Gay, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited to get to talk to you. First, here is a snippet of Gay as Christine. So beautiful. Gay, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good morning, Lindsay. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Thank you so much. Now, Gay, that was so beautiful getting to listen to you sing. And you played Christine, the leading lady in Phantom of the Opera in 1994. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey leading up to getting to play this amazing role in such an amazing musical? And just a little bit about your path, your training, just your journey leading up to this life-changing role.
Oh, wow. That's a loaded question. I attended Shenandoah University. I got a Bachelor of Music in Musical Theater. And then before I graduated college, I got Maria in West Side Story at a dinner theater, Toby's Dinner Theater in Columbia, Maryland. And I did some dinner theater for a couple years. And then I finally moved to New York, and one of the first things I auditioned for was a cattle call for Phantom of the Opera. Now, I didn't realize, well, I sort of knew that they had already been running in London, and that Sarah Brightman would be coming to play Christine, but I didn't realize, they've been auditioning people for years for this show, but I wasn't in New York at the time. I was probably still in college, but So I got typed out of that cattle call, and then a few months later, I was auditioning for something else for the same casting directors, and they said, "Did we see you for Phantom?" And I said, "Well, no, I got typed out." So, I wasn't the only Christine that actually sort of got overlooked for a while. It's a big role. So anyway, I finally, I did Into the Woods national tour and played Rapunzel in that and understudied Cinderella. And so after I did that, I think they started looking at me more seriously as though she could probably really play this role. And I met my husband on a world tour with Michael Crawford of the music of Andrew Lloyd Webber. And we played Royal Albert Hall in London, and we played Radio City Music Hall. And then producers in Toronto saw me and cast me as Christine in Toronto with Colm Wilkinson. So I feel really lucky that I was able to actually sing the music with Michael Crawford, who was the original Phantom. But some people may not know that Colm Wilkinson from Les Miserables was the original Phantom in the Sidmonton workshops before it ever was put on stage. They workshopped it in a pre-Broadway workshop. So Sidmonton, you can see some of the YouTube actually of Colm and Sarah Brightman, and it's all different. Like some of the dialogue and some of the music is different. It's really a cool thing for Phantom fans to actually look up because you can see how different it was. The mask was a full mask instead of like just part of the face. And
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is so interesting. Thank you so much for that little tidbit.
Yeah,
That's actually really cool. So I just wanted to ask you about the closing night. So it was this past weekend, and I'm sure it was just a very emotional night for you and so many other people that were there. Obviously, Andrew Lloyd Webber was there as well. Can you tell us a little bit about your thoughts on that night and how you were feeling?
Well, I think so many of us, literally grew up doing Phantom of the Opera with, and, meeting our husbands and having our kids and sort of going through life together. Along with, the greatest part was that my Raoul from Toronto, Laird McIntosh, there he is in his glory. Look at him. He was on as the Phantom, and it was so moving to be able to share that moment with him, because I was his first Christine as Raoul, and then when he went on as Phantom understudy in Toronto, I was his Christine when he did the Phantom. There's a picture of the three of me with the two understudies, the understudy Raoul, who was on for him, and him as the Phantom. If you can find that somewhere, that's a fun tidbit. But yeah, it was a really great, and there was so many of us that have crossed paths through Phantom and Showboat and different. I worked with so many of the different Phantoms in Hal Prince's Tony Award winning revival of Showboat. So that was cool. It was just great to run it.
Yeah, that's so, thank you so much for telling us all these amazing stories about your experience with Phantom. It was so great to get to talk to you today. Sadly, we're out of time, but thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so very much, Lindsay. Bye.
See ya. Now, staying on the theme of entertainment, I got the chance last week to head to the heart of downtown Pittsburgh to immerse myself in the world of Latin dance. And as I learned pretty quickly, Latin dance is not just about dance. It's an experience like nothing else. The Crossbody Dance and Movement Studio in downtown Pittsburgh focuses on celebrating Latin culture and many Latin dance styles, such as bachata and salsa. The studio hosts a variety of weekly and monthly Latin dance events, such as weekly Latin Thursdays, where dancers can come socialize and salsa the night away to the music provided by a live in-studio DJ. Not only is attending dance classes and events a great workout, it is also a great way to connect with new friends and your community.
I was looking for kind of like a way to socialize, learn a new skill. I found this place, and I feel like I've really developed a lot as a dancer because of it.
As a Latino, I was looking to embrace my Latino culture, and after a year, look at this, all the amazing people have been supporting me emotionally.
The directors of Crossbody Dance and Movement Studio are Vincent Jones and Rachel Booth. Both are world champion Latin dancers, competitors, and instructors. They've performed all over the world, bringing back with them many accolades that speak to their skills. Their goal at the studio is to create an inclusive and encouraging environment for people to come together, move their bodies, and grow in their confidence.
With the classes that we do now, we do try to train heavily with technique and foundations so that when people do progress, things are being led and followed safely and comfortably and beautifully. Dance helps you clear your mind.
The studio provides group classes, private lessons, and specialized workshops. Dancers may have the opportunity to join performance and competition dance teams.
I moved to the city right after the pandemic and didn't really have a lot of friends, and now here we're all friends. They were at my parents' house this weekend for game night.
This summer in Pittsburgh, including Acrisure Stadium with some big names like Luke Combs, Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, and Beyonce. We've also got PNC Park with Morgan Wallen and Pink, and we also have PPG Arena and of course Stage AE, packed with concerts all summer long. Plus, Heartwood Acres has their Wonderworks Festival with headliners Hozier and Jason Mraz, and they're selling out quick, so make sure you go ahead and grab your tickets while you still can. From Pitt to the Point, I'm your entertainment reporter, Lindsay Beck. Allie, David.
Thanks, Lindsay.